Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'm back at Copart, and if I haven't already, I'd like to thank the crew there from Copart. The facility is very gracious and friendly, letting me record here. They don't have to, obviously, so I'm very grateful for that, for anybody watching. I really appreciate it. I mean, look at this. For me, I am like a kid in a candy store amongst all these cars. Some wrecked, some flooded, some stolen, theft recovery, you name it, flood, they're here. And if you want a project for yourself, I recommend maybe finding something for yourself through their website. And if you do find something, definitely come out and check it out in person, guys. You have to look at these cars and inspect the damage yourself to see if it's something you want to go through, and you know, tally up the bills as when it comes to repairs to get these back on the road. I've been through the whole process. I have a video coming up soon on the QX80, the whole process. Very fun. It was so gratifying to get it back on the road and get it from you know, a scrapyard, an insurance yard, basically salvaged, and I got it to street legal again, on the roadway, being enjoyed, being used, and it's very gratifying to have gotten that done. So let's walk the roads and see if we can find something for the channel. So something that can easily catch your eye out of that group right there, if you're walking by, is the Audi, and I believe that's an A3 or S3, I mean. Gorgeous bright orange color. It's got to be practically near new, just a couple years old. Got the RS calipers, cool slotted rotors. What is it here for? See, we can find the damage. RS3, I was close. Okay, so we have some damage back here on the C-pillar, and you're going to need a bumper. And what you need to find out then is, did it tag the wheel, and does it have the wheel towed in now? Something you need to investigate. Let me see. So we do have damage up here on this roof piece, and then damage here where it looks like somebody tried to start to pull it out and then they stopped. There's a crease right there. So if you know what you're doing with a quarter panel and can cut that out and replace it, and then possibly a door and a bumper. But look at that gorgeous metallic fiery orange paint. That is awesome. The diffuser back there is snapped off as well, but you know, if you get the rear bumper, you'll get the diffuser. Let's take a look inside. So all kinds of materials already. We have this neat trim, Alcantara, leather, diamond stitching with orange material. The orange stitching is really neat, and you have some parts in the back there, the way it looks. Look at the steering wheel. Well, 90,000 miles on it. That's not too bad. I like the flat bottom steering wheel with the orange stitching. Let's since we have power, let's see if we can fire it up. Okay, well, we're going to shut it down right away because the exhaust is snapped off. So it's going to have some problems underneath to take care of as well. But a neat interior. Oh, well, that's why it sounds so loud. Right there is your exhaust. So this thing went off the road as well. Not for me. This is going to be probably beyond what I could do. Something like this would have to go up in the lift to to inspect all the damage and get a feel for everything that would need to be replaced. So a more experienced person would have to come in here and check this out. But this is a sweet car. I bet it would be fun when it was back to, if somebody could get back to 100%, a fun little car to zip around with. Let's move on and see if we can find something else. Here we have a huge tow truck leaving the lot, and they were leaving the section where they have all the heavies. That's the heavy section, the big RVs, the bigger trucks, box vans, delivery vans, and then they have a 4x4 section over there and a motorcycle ATV on the other side. Absolutely huge. Awesome place to be. Here we have a 2016 Ford Mustang. This one will grab your attention in the color, sun yellow. I'm not sure if this is the V6 or V8. Does have dual exhaust. Have a little bit of clear coat peel. I'm trying to see where the damage is. Nothing back here. Oh, it looks like up front. All right, so it's sheared off the bumper. Gonna need a hood, grill parts, fender. Did it dig into the wheel and throw that back and give you some suspension issues? Possibly. But as long as the subframe is strong and straight, that can be replaced. That can be fixed. It is pushed back pretty far compared to the other side. No, it's about the same. It would have to be put on a rack. Let's take a look at the inside. A little bit of wear and tear on the bolsters. Smells like an old rubber boot filled with hot pepper cabbage. Do I want to hop in? Oof, man, well, we have mold going on in here. That's why I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time in here, but neat. It's got carbon fiber-like trim. We do have power, and we're looking at 112,000 miles on her. Let's see if she starts real quick. Power's on, and we're getting... Okay, so it struggles a little bit, and it sounds like it has the 6 popper in there, so let's open up the hood, see what we have underneath. Mustang since 1964. Yeah, neat interior. Unable to pop the hood because of the damage, but it is a 6-cylinder. Not crazy difficult unless there's a ton of suspension damage under there. Let me get you in there and you can tell me what you see if you see anything. If you guys see anything out of the ordinary, let us know down in the comment section. I think you already know I enjoy my Lexus SUVs. Got some clear coat issues, no problem. Where's the damage? What's the damage? Who did the damage? We have some rubbish on the corner there. So it's a GX 470. It's got the V8 in it, which I absolutely love. Chrome wheels. Definitely needs some attention. We could do that. So up here is where they have the loss type, and that is normal wear and tear, no inspection, hasn't been inspected for quite some time. I don't see, besides a flat tire up front, any other structural damage. Let's take a look inside. Oh, look at that, just a little bit of wear and tear in the bolster. Interior is not too bad at all. Let's see if we have any juice. No, no juice. So we won't be able to see the miles. I would have to call over a tech here for assistance to get a jump start. It's got a lot of wear and tear back there as well. Headliner isn't hanging down. I'm going to put this on the list to get some more information when it becomes available. But I really do like these. What we want to do is hop out. We'll pop the hood, take a look. The smartest thing to do with these, because of the problems they have with rust, is to get underneath the best you can and see what you could see. The frame rails, the body, the cross members, suspension parts, all susceptible to rust with these things because they often get a ton of mileage. And a lot of these are up in the Northeast where we have horrible weather and a lot of salt spread down on the roads. So under the hood we have the VVT, big old V8. Moisture under the cap? No, that doesn't look too bad. Spin that. Make sure the clutch is working. If you spin that and it keeps spinning and it's free, that is an expensive piece, that fan clutch, to replace. So I always spin those. Oh, let me see here. Not bad. It's golden instead of black, so that's a good sign. What I like to do is, guys, come in on the window up here, the windshield, upper left, and if you see a sticker, hopefully from a dealership that they were taking care of it, changing the oil, changing the fluids, that's always a plus for me. So let's do our due diligence when it comes to checking for rust on the frame. A little bit scaly there. So I've seen much, much worse, believe it or not, up here. And the funny rule up here, well, maybe not funny, but if you poke a screwdriver at it, it doesn't go through, it's good to go. That's how bad it gets up here in the Northeast. So this isn't awful. All right, so we'll put this one on the list and keep an eye on it when it becomes available. Guys, who remembers Pontiac and who remembers these? 06 Solstice convertible. Lost type is going to be front end. And that isn't bad. Now, it did grab the wheel, so suspension problems, maybe. But a clamshell hood, you can see how the hood doesn't come down through here. It opens from there. So that's going to be expensive. You're going to need a hood. Bumpers tore up. Convertible top's not in too bad a shape. So that's not bad. Everything else is okay. I'm liking this so far. I like these. Let's take a look inside. Normally, with these older convertibles, the inside's really dried up, torn out. Not too bad. We have some areas here that could be fixed. The cockpit, everything kind of accentuated towards the driver. It is a 5-speed manual. This is really neat. This would be a fun little toy. And you could probably get this for a great price. Now, I don't see any keys in here, unfortunately, which sucks, but yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't see the keys anywhere. But 3-toned interior with gray, tan, and black seats. I'm going to pop the hood. If I can get assistance over here to get a jump start, and this starts in any way, I'm going to put this on the list. Hood's also jammed shut, so I can't open it, but yes, definitely going on the list. I'm going to keep an eye on this one. This one here is, we reviewed this already, we took a look at this, but this one's coming up, this is coming Tuesday, and definitely going to keep an eye on it. So bumper, headlight, your radiator support area, fender, hood, and possibly door. But other than that, could be a fun toy. We had it started, ran fine, sounded good. I'll keep an eye on it. Always looking for a Hummer, and I believe that is going to be a disappointing H3. I always wanted an H2. Yeah, definitely an H3. So those are the smaller Hummers. Yeah, there we go, H3. But what is wrong with this one? So lost type unknown. That can mean anything, guys. You want to check out the underneath for these two, because they have some rust issues now and again. I don't see huge damage over here. I don't see crazy damage there. So it could be mechanical, it could have been in a flood. Just scaly when it comes to the underneath. Let's take a look inside. A much more condensed version of the H2 Hummer. Let's hop over and see if there's juice for this one. If we had juice, at least we could see the mileage. We do. And we got, come on now, 170,000 miles. Let's see if it starts. It does. And everything's working. Yeah, absolutely. Reverse drive, moves. Yeah, if I'm going to get one, it's going to be the H2, the bigger one, but let's see what is exactly under the hood on it. So this is the Vortec 3.7 liter. More dark brown than it is golden, so it's time for an oil change. Just have some gunk under the cap, but you know, it does have a lot of mileage on her. Stock otherwise, the way it looks. Well, maybe a sound system or some lights. And we have a chicken. Is this one of those Jeep things? Does Hummer have it too? So crazy. All right, well, we'll keep it on the list and take a look and see what it goes for. That will do it for today's video. Let me know if there's anything out here that you saw and you want me to take a closer look at. And we'll be out here quite often looking for another car to bring to the channel. I've picked up 3 from Copart so far. The two Infinities are both now legal and both on the road, and I'm enjoying them. The pickup truck is still a work in progress, but I'm always looking for more. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I want to thank the staff, very friendly, for letting me record here, letting me be here, period. Much appreciated. Take care, guys.